Ben, did you and Ed hit Masters in TFT? That's
In
Yes.
double up,
crazy.
baby.
Congrats,
The
dude.
the only rank that matters, obviously.
The double up rank.
Yeah. Now the meta changed, and it's just the most like we played one night together, and we were both like, "This is awful. It's so
Wait,
good we hit Masters before. This sucks."
wait, the meta changed since I was watching y'all?
Yeah, yeah. Literally the
They
next day
patched it
there
on
was a
Thursday,
patch.
right?
Yeah, it's funny because
Uh, yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday morning. Or
yeah, so that's funny. I was probably watching them and chilling with them probably like early last week in Discord if they were playing and trying to get to Masters. That's hilarious.
yeah, and then we kept winning. It looked like we were gonna hit GM, and then we lost every game. Like it wasn't even that we were losing. Like it's one of those things where one comp is super busted, so all 8 people in the lobby go for it, and
Yeah.
it's just like whoever hits it hits it, and whoever doesn't should go kill themselves,
Yeah.
and it's just not fun. But
That's funny.
anyway, yeah, thank you. We did.
That's huge. I mean, that's like 1.5% of all players or some shit. Like
Yeah,
Masters is.
double up's not that crazy, but
I don't know how that works. I've dabbled in TFT some since y'all
yeah,
told
it's
put me on that last time, but I've never played double up.
Did you like it?
I got to Emerald.
Shit.
no, you
Yeah,
can definitely like climb super
yeah.
fast.
I've been playing it on and off. I haven't played it in a week, but yeah, I hit Emerald.
So you like play TFT?
Yeah. I've got like 110
Hell
games or
yeah.
something this
That's
season.
big congrats
Yeah,
to them
dude,
because
y'all put me on that, and I was like, all right, I'll see what this is about. And I played it. Like, wow, this is pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I've been messing around with that some, but I don't know. Yeah, the last patch is kind of sus. I don't really like it, but and the unlock changes in 16.6 look like cancer, so I might not play anymore.
Yeah,
Like
I
honestly,
was
all those unlock changes were so big. I'm like, I don't know. I had this realization, and I didn't play League a lot after it. Last season, I was like, I'm gonna hit gold, and I was nothing. But I committed to it. I grinded Malzahar. I hit gold, and I sat there with the gold screen. I'm like, it's pretty cool. And I fucking closed it, didn't log on for like 2 weeks, and then just haven't played it. It was the same. I hit Emerald. I was really happy. I sat here for a few minutes, like, yes. And that was like a week and a half ago. I haven't played since. I don't think. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It was.
Really?
It's similar to what we were talking about, Zach. Of like the writing, like I don't know. Did y'all ever feel that like when you'd be queuing up for rank and you just sit in the rank lobby like, do I really want to do this? Like, am I about to do this? Like, subject myself to this, and then you'll do it, and then like, I fucking knew I shouldn't have done this. I was wasted time. Like that's kind of the feeling with the writing, as far as like just that precipice of there's a decision to be made. Am I going to go forward and am I not? And in this case, like I choose to not go forward with it, and then that makes me feel like it's a daunting thing. Like, oh, am I going to be able to overcome that mountain and work on it today, or am I not? And then when I don't, I feel worse.
Yeah. Uh, to exactly what you're saying, like I had the realization with League because first off, congrats because I guarantee that I played way more TFT than you and got fucking almost a
Dude,
plat.
I watched so many. I watched as much more content than I played probably.
Uh,
Like trying to learn how this shit works. 'Cause I had to learn that. Well, I actually started at set 15. I played like 2 weeks on the old set, and then the new thing came out, and I was like, "What is this? Like, it's all
uh,
fucking different."
yeah, yeah. I played like a lot and didn't like. But my point is, it's the same way with like a normal League and everything. Of like, I have the thing in my head that realize like, or when you work hard for something, you got to pay attention to the reward. It's like you're saying, where it's like once you get that, what does it feel like? Like,
Hmm.
is this a feeling that I want? Because it's like winning a basketball game. To be honest, I never got that huge endorphin from like winning a basketball game or winning a league game. Like my biggest endorphin hit was like hanging out with the boys. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like my mind connects those synapses to like having fun as a group. That's what gets my brain like that's what I learned from that. You know what I'm saying? Which
Hmm.
goes into filmmaking and all that. But like my point behind league and all that is like I would hit gold or whatever, and then you're just like, yeah, this or plat, and this is like
It's the
hollow.
same game all the way up, just slightly more nuanced. But like, I had that realization. Like, I got roadblocked in gold in TFT for a couple of days, and then I powered through plat. I hit plat one, fell a little bit because I was playing during work, which I shouldn't have, and dropped a little bit. And then I kept climbing, but the whole time I had this inkling, and then when I hit it, it kind of solidified what you were saying. It's like it's the same game the whole way up, except I have to. I don't know.
It's gonna be just as empty, even if you're
Yeah,
challenging.
that's what I mean. Like I was like, if I hit diamond, will I feel better? Like maybe, but is it worth all the effort to get there? No, I don't think it is. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
and
what you were saying about like you have to pay attention to how the reward feels once you get it. Like, I want to keep, you know.
but then when you look at things like personal relationships or like for me art, you know what I'm saying? When I achieve that, like I can still look at paintings I did 5 years ago, and at the end I go, that was a great use of time. I'm so glad that I sat
I've
down
never
and did
regretted doing hard things.
Yeah.
Like I've never completed something that was difficult and be like, I wish I wouldn't have done that. That wasn't worth it. Like,
But like League, for some reason, and certain stuff like that, like even like drinking, and you know what I'm saying, it's like you can go out and win 50 games of beer pong, and the next day you're like, wow, I really did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't achieve anything. I wasted so much of my life.
dude, I think about that with RuneScape a lot too. Of just, anything, but it's just to that
I think
point.
there's certain things that are more like slot machiney. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the reward isn't as like correlated to the input you put out, and I think it's all about just finding things that like really give you that sense of fulfillment after you do it. Like I said, relationships or everyone has different things like marathons. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure people get the same feeling behind that because it's like, guess what you did? All that work, and you're gonna live longer. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel better on a day to day. Well,
and you have more confidence in yourself because you did something difficult that not everyone can do.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that's, I don't know. It's what we were talking about before, just the building of confidence or whatever. Like you have to pick the thing that matters and work on
or
that.
like work stuff. I know Ben's talked about like building esports programs and stuff, and like that gives you a completely different vote of confidence than it would if you like just happened to roll 5 master players and then did good in a tournament or something. It's like you had less output on that. You just happened to get like really good players or whatever. Building a program where people find meaning and whatnot. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's the stuff you'll look back on when you're 80 and you'll be like, I'm really glad that I spent. I'm glad I spent years of my life doing that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the big difference with League is like so many other things you're just competing against yourself. Like I ran a half marathon and I ran it pretty slow. I ran it at like 2 hours, which is not spectacular, but I loved it and it was really fun and I got to do it with my friends and yeah, it was just fucking dope. But like with League, like whenever I hit Diamond the first time, I was working at Arkansas Tech and like they had a Masters player and everyone was like higher elo than me. And then even like I kept playing and I got to like their elo, like Diamond 2, and like I still thought I sucked. Like I still looked at other players and was just like, I'd be on Reddit giving advice. I'd be like, well, I'm only Diamond, but, and then people would be like,
I'm
yeah,
only the top 2% of all players.
Yeah, people would be like, yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm Challenger. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, damn. And then now, like, I'm higher rank. Like, I'm as high of a rank as I've ever been. Like, I guess I'm only like, I think I'm Emerald 2 right now, but I have like a 75% win rate out of like 15 or 20 games. So, like, I'm climbing, but like, I'm just a Bard one trick. It doesn't feel like I love playing Bard. That's why I do it, is just so I can fucking play Bard. Like, but like, my players don't think I'm very good. Like, not in like a mean way. Not in like a mean way. They're just like, oh yeah, he's a Bard one trick who just plays like super aggressive and like either it works out or it doesn't. And I don't know, that's how I like to play the game. But the point is, like, I've set goals to like get Diamond whenever I came to K-State. I hadn't been Diamond for a couple years and I was like, all right, I really want to do this. And I did it. And like, I'm never just like getting the validation that like I want from it.
That's exactly it. That's exactly how I'd put it. There's no sense of validation for it. Like, there's like a 2-week period where I'd wake up at like 4, watch an hour of YouTube TFT, and then just play until like 9, and I had to go to work. Like I grinded it, and it was just normals, but I was trying to learn it, you know.
Yeah.
But to your point, that validation that I was expecting, I don't even know what it would look like or what it was going to be, but I thought I would feel something that I didn't when I even hit gold.
Yeah, and for double up, like the reason I take it more seriously, because last season I hit Diamond 1 like 98 LP or something on TFT, and like I didn't hit Masters, but I had only ever hit Emerald before, so I was like, you know what, this is like, I'm proud of myself. This is pretty cool. But I don't know, like no one really cares, and that's why I like double up so much more. Is it feels like me and Ed are like grinding on something together, and like
Well, I was going to ask if like having like that, because Zach mentioned playing League with the boys. Like I agree, that was like season 5, 6 when you could easily get 4 or 5 people, and that was the most
fives.
fun.
Yeah,
dude, like that was the shit. So like I was wondering if that's how it felt with like playing TFT with Ed. I don't know. It's just something to talk about. Someone there with you.
For sure. And also, like, Ed was probably more excited about getting Masters than I was because, like, Ed is really good at TFT. That's the other thing is, like, the only reason I grind on, like, normal or ranked TFT is because I want to be better than Ed. Like, I don't even think he gives it a second thought because he thinks I'm so bad. Like, he would never say it, but, like, he is better than me. And that's why, like, whenever like I hit Diamond 1 and he was like still Emerald because he wasn't playing a ton, I was like, "Sup?" But I don't know. For me, like I just need that competition a little bit, like not in a toxic way. And Ed makes me so much better. Like I just learned like one day, whenever we hit like Diamond 1 last season and Double Up 2. And it's because for one I lost my ID so I couldn't drink anymore while we were playing. That's literally why I went from Emerald to Diamond 1 is because I quit just getting shitty while I was playing. Like you'd see like first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 5 straight 8s. You can see where I started getting drunk or
Yeah,
high.
yeah. You can definitely see on mine too, and like the edibles are kicking in. Like, you see like 1 2 1 2, then a 5th, 6th, 7th, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or I'm playing at work and like I have to AFK like 3 games in a row
Dude,
to
that's
go
why I
do
fucking
shit.
dropped because I just kept getting work interrupted and I had to miss rounds and shit. I was like,
Yeah, that literally happens to me all the time.
I
That's
think
funny.
I think basically what we're saying, or the way I'm interpreting the conversation, is that it's like, and I don't think it's black and white, but you have to get internal or external validation, and those two things overlap a lot. Like you said, hanging out with the boys or whatever, that can be very external, but also internal because you're doing something with friends and you're building community, like you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So it's like, because it's like screenplays. No one's ever told me I'm a good writer, ever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and if we're being completely honest, people have said the opposite. I even had someone close to me recently be like, I was like, well, I'm trying to write something, and they're like, well, you shouldn't, basically. And I was like, well, not gonna take any wind out of my sails because I have that internal validation of just like, okay, I'm not the greatest right now, but if you just keep going and keep working harder than everyone else, I'll get like good enough that I won't have to fucking pay a writer or anything. Like you know what I'm saying? And then I'll own all my IP, all that shit. So it's like, and that's the point. It's not completely black and white, but like, or completely this or that, but I think it's just getting some sort of like internal, external validation just to like make you feel like what I'm doing is actually, because yeah, like it's like me and Blake were talking about earlier before the pod, but it's like if you don't have any, if you're putting input in your life and you don't get an output, it's hard to stay motivated, and it's just like gambling. And if it's random the output that you get, then it feels really detrimental to your mental health. But if you're able to like working out or something, you're able to, or running or anything, you're able to put in effort and then see it go up. It's like so addicting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It feels so good. You get all those good endorphins and everything.
Yeah. And this is the last thing I'll say about TFT, but I was gonna say earlier, one time Ed told me, it was whenever we got to Diamond, like the first time playing Double Up. I was like, yeah, like I finally like got good at the game, like I'm Diamond now, like it rank solo. Like I'm actually good. And he goes, oh yeah, you used to be so fucking bad. He was like, last match you were so bad. And
Yeah.
I was like,
well, thanks, pal.
fuck. I was like, fuck, dude, you weren't supposed to agree. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I also feel that like it's even like my short films. It's like most of the time when anyone watches one, they go, "Oh, this is so much better." Your other one was like not good. Like it's basically what people say, and I'm just like I said, the internal validation thing of just being like, okay, I get what you're saying, but also it doesn't really have that much bearing. Like I'm taking the compliment for what it's going to be, but like if I had no internal validation, then I would probably let little comments like that like really take you off the path or whatever, and be like, oh well, how do I know that you don't think this one sucks? It's like, well, they might think this one sucks, but I don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like someone saying like, guess what? Your miles in the marathon, your time was too long. It's like, well, didn't really ask you. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, not that it didn't ask you, but you know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't have any bearing on the good feelings that I got from running the marathon. Is basically what I'm saying.
No,
yeah. But yeah, how minus that, have y'all been chilling?
I've been good. I actually watched a movie this time.
I have not watched a movie this month.
I'm about to torch y'all.
I probably have watched more, but it's been so long I can't remember. Like,
You don't letterbox, right? I always forget.
no. Oh, what I might here, I'll pull up my YouTube receipts. I bought a couple movies off.
Yeah, that's good. Because you used to do the when you went to theaters more, you just look it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been letterboxing. Do y'all want to start with that actually? Since we're talking about it.
Yeah, we totally can. I'm just getting to my.
I'll start because literally before this, I watched the movie. I watched Marty Supreme, like up until basically the podcast, and I gave it a 5 out of 5. It's one of the best movies. It's
Marty Supreme?
Marty Supreme. I watched Uncut Gems this month too, which I think was really good. With it's the same director, but like, and I like that, and I probably give it like a 4 out of 5. But like Marty Supreme, I give it a 5 out of 5. And the long story short, and I don't mean to sound however this is going to sound, but like a lot of people just won't relate to the movie. But like if you do relate to the movie, then you'll relate to it like so much that it's like it's a perfect movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people don't get The Shining or whatever, but it's like if you get The Shining, you fucking love The Shining. Basically, he's a guy with a dream, and like everyone tells him that it's not going to work. And we're talking about that internal validation, that internal sense of purpose, and he just like he does a lot of horrible stuff and gets himself in a lot of horrible situations and sacrifices, like steals, cheats, you know what I'm saying, just anything to get where he's going. And then basically in the end, it's like you don't want to spoil it, but like at the end, he doesn't necessarily get his come ups. It's not like a like you know what I'm saying. It's not like a traditional story arc, and so a lot of people look at that and be like, he was kind of a piece of shit the entire movie and didn't get punished for it. But it's like he got punished for it. Then I don't know. It's like I said, I don't want to give too much away, but it's just like one of those things where it's like I related so much to it. There's so many times in the movie you go, I understand why the character's doing what he's doing, but I really wish he wouldn't do that. And I've been like that in my own brain before, where I'm like, I really wish you wouldn't do this.
You're watching yourself about to do something, and you're like, don't do this, bro. There's that little voice like the wise old you that's in the other room, like telling you, hey, don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
sure.
For instance, one thing Marty says, there's a pregnant girl, and she's wanting him to like do some stuff, like help her and whatnot. And he basically turns around and looks at her and says, don't take this the wrong way, but you have no purpose in life, and I have a purpose, which sounds like it's a good thing, but I'm burdened with that purpose. And when I go to sleep and I wake up, it's all I think about, and I can't quit doing it. And he's like, it's actually a curse. So he's like, I just have to do this. And I related to that so much. You know what I'm saying? That sense of like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I just feel compulsed to do this. And it's like, no one can tell me different. Like I said, it's just, for me, I cried. You know what I'm saying? It's like such a good movie. It's action packed. It's 2.5 hours. It's just like, from the moment you're in it, it's just off to the races, like Uncut Gems. And it's just such a good movie. Tyler, the creator's in it. He did a really good job. Gwyneth Paltrow's in it. She did great. Yeah, Kevin O'Leary did good as the guy you're supposed to hate.
Kevin O'Leary.
Playing himself. Yeah, and then I'll just speed run the other ones. I watched, like I said, Uncut Gems, and then which, you know, whatever. Ice Cold Take. It's a really good movie. And then, yeah. And then I watched a TV series called The Beast in Me when I was getting my wisdom teeth.
Yeah, I've had that on the Netflix. I've had that on the list. Okay. Do you like it?
All I can say is I think I give it maybe a 3 or 2.5 out of 5, maybe a 2 out of 5.
Turned me off.
But here's what I'll say: there's a lot. I would say if you're thinking about watching it, just watch it. But like, I can't say anything without giving too much away, like of my problems. If you're compelled by it, just watch it. But just know, here's what I'll say.
Someone on Reddit said this is one of the best horror short miniseries of the last few years. That was the one comment I saw that made me go and get it. Like, I don't know anything. I don't even know the premise. I downloaded it and.
Okay, long story short, the premise or whatever is that it's a famous writer or whatever, and her son passed away in like a drunk driving accident. Like her little kid, they got hit by like a drunk driver or whatever, and then so she's been having trouble writing since. And then a famous CEO moves in that like they suspect killed his wife or whatever, but like it was never proven. And so he moves in next door, and then she starts writing a book about him. And so she's like basically investigating.
Is that
like,
the guy on the cover, the one that moves in? Okay.
Yeah. And she's basically, through doing interviews with him and his family members and stuff, and like people around him, she's trying to figure out if he actually killed his wife or whatever. And so, yeah, it is like a murder mystery and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. If you're intrigued in it, I would go ahead and watch it. But here's like my vaguest way to say it without saying it. But it's just like, if you're fine just spending 6 or 8 hours. It's like Severance, where it's like, I feel like we got nowhere, we accomplished nothing, nothing happened. We just spent a lot of time and a lot of emotional effort to do nothing. And that's what I would say was this. You spend a lot of time and emotional effort and a lot of good writing, like lots of great scenes, lots of great episodes, lots of great cliffhangers. But like at the end, you're just gonna feel like, did I really just spend fucking 8 hours to do that? Like you could have told me that story in 30 minutes. Like, come on.
I got you.
Like,
if that's how it's gonna, I might just delete it now because I mean nothing was, and it was just one of those I saw and downloaded. I throw it on the list and stuff. But if that's the type of, you could kind of feel like after, like what was the point? And
that's what my mom even said. She's like, it was good, but at the same time, I didn't feel good at the end. And not even like the Marty Supreme didn't feel good. Like the villain won. No, it's just like, I just feel like we wasted a lot of fucking time. It's like Law and Order or something where you're just like, we could have did that. Law and Order is not a good example because they're all self-contained. But you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you can watch 3 seasons of Law and Order and guess what happens? Another person got sexually assaulted. They figured it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like they did the same thing over and over again.
They haven't stopped crime in New York City yet.
Exactly. They didn't stop crime in New York City. They're all just right back where they started. And if you enjoy that in a certain murder mystery fashion, then it can be good. But at the same time, I'm trying to make it clear that my mom didn't like it and she likes TV, or she didn't think that it was fulfilling. And also, I have a notoriously dislike TV shows and like meandering stuff like that. So it's like, I really didn't appreciate it. But at the same time, I have to respect the writing and the craft. Like, there is some writing stuff that I just think, like I said, if you watch it or if you, I don't know, we'll probably never talk about it again if you don't watch it. But like, they did some really cool things where his arc and her arc did some weird stuff that was really, really, really good writing. But like I said, it was just like
the payoff at the end was hollow still.
Yeah, like I said, very meandering, very whatever. But like, oh, it's the beast in me. And so basically, I don't want to give it away, but it's like she basically realizes that she's a bad person. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like
the lady doing the investigating into the guy
while trying to prove that he's a bad person or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so you just look at that and go like, that's really cool. Like, that's the way it all played out was really good. So I think that's all I watched. I'll let you go ahead, Ben, while I pull up my letterbox, but I don't think I watched anything else.
The only new thing I watched, I think, was the Tetris movie.
Yeah.
There's a Tetris movie? Is it live action?
No, it's about the making of Tetris or whatever.
Yeah. So, like the creator of Tetris, like invented it. I think at college. He worked in some lab. I think it was at work actually, or he worked for the college, something like that, or some type of institution. Doesn't matter.
Is it Tetris, the 2023 biographical black comedy?
Yeah. And it's about pretty much like an American businessman trying to get the rights to Tetris. Well, actually, so he's from America, but he lives in Japan with his wife, who he met in college in the U.S. And he is like a game designer, and he like goes to Nintendo and is like, "Yo, this Tetris game that I found is fucking lit. We should do some Tetris." And they're like, "Cool." But since it was created in the Soviet Union during like the Cold War and stuff, they're like the Russian government is like, fuck that, and the KGB is like up his ass. And apparently, like, I read the true story about it. Apparently it's like pretty real. But he pretty much the movie takes place with him in Russia just trying to negotiate with the KGB to get Tetris, and it's pretty good.
So that's actually all, like, the KGB was involved with Tetris, like, distribution back in the day.
Yeah, since he invented it in Russia at a university, like, it's technically...
It's state property.
Yeah, it's state property. Yeah. And
it's
so...
all of our property.
Yeah, exactly. And him and the Tetris dude become, like, great friends, and apparently that happened in real life. They just became boys because they were both game designers, and yeah, just... good movie. The editing's pretty cool. Like, you'll either like it or you don't, but it's kind of like fast paced and like, you know, pretty cool. And then other movies I watched that were just rewatches. Have y'all seen I Love You, Man?
Yes. Where he plays drums?
Yeah. Well, he plays the bass.
No, that's it. Slapping the bass, man. Yeah.
A fucking wonderful ass movie.
Yeah.
Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. I love that movie. Another Jason Segel, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I don't know if y'all have seen that. One of the best like romantic comedies of all time. Um,
I haven't, but I'm going to at some point.
yeah, it's just it. You know how like Superbad was right in the middle of the Judd Apatow, like I don't know,
The fat
strangle.
weed guy too.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. I can think of his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
He makes a cameo in it, of course. Jonah Hill makes a cameo. Anyway, point is, it's about Jason Segel, and he is a composer for like a Law and Order show, and his girlfriend is Sarah Marshall. She's like the rising star, like the main character of the TV show, and she breaks up with him to date.
I have seen
God,
it. I have
long
seen
hair guy, does like guru shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his
Katy
name?
Perry?
No, God.
Not
Russell
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand.
No,
Russell Brand.
And you said no, but he was married to Katy Perry.
Yeah. That's.
Oh, I thought Blake just said Katy Perry. That's why I said no, a man. No, but it's just so good. And he goes on vacation to Hawaii to forget about her, and then her and Russell Brand are at the vacation spot.
I have seen it.
So that's like the movie. Jason Segel wrote it. It's like about a kind of real life experience. Like he was dating someone.
He was dating Katy Perry.
Yeah, he was dating Katy Perry. Katy Perry left him. And then I also watched Anchorman again. Another just like absolute banger. And then have y'all seen The Intern with Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro? It's I'll just give you a quick rundown. But
2015? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's about Anne Hathaway. She's a girl boss.
Shock.
And Robert De Niro becomes her intern. And it's just like, this is gonna sound so stupid. It just made me realize how good of an actor he is, because he is just the most charming, nice old man, and you just love him, which is so kind of weird for a Robert De Niro role. And yeah, it's good.
Have you ever seen Dirty Grandpa?
Yes. I did not like that.
That's when I realized Robert De Niro was a really good actor, because I was like, this is a really good movie, but he's really good.
Yeah.
Just like, this is the dumbest role ever, but holy shit.
The role of a lifetime. So yeah, I enjoyed all of them. They were all movies I had seen before, though.
I'll talk about one of my rewatches later, but another first time watch, I watched Alita: Battle Angel.
Yeah.
I've had that for a while on the list.
Yeah, I was just really interested because I watched the Robert Rodriguez, the dude that did Spy Kids and Despacito, I think is the name, and some other shit. He does these directors on directors or whatever, where you sit down and talk to a director, and like he runs a network on TV called the El Rey Network, and so they even did like took a bunch of first-time filmmakers and gave them money and had them make a film. It's like reality TV. He does a lot of like TV shows or whatever. And so one of his TV shows is director on director, where he'll sit down and talk to people. And you can only get it on cable, or you had to buy them. And so I bought like the Quentin Tarantino one or whatever, just because I couldn't wait on Amazon. But he finally put them all on YouTube or whatever. And so I watched the one with James Cameron, and they talked about basically James Cameron had developed Alita: Battle Angel for 20 years or whatever, and then basically just handed it off to Robert Rodriguez, and they used all the technology from Avatar. So I mean, visually and everything, it's fucking spectacular. It's insane. He
didn't direct it, did he?
Cameron?
No. Oh yeah. No. You said he handed it off to Rodriguez.
Rodriguez directed it.
Oh, okay.
Robert Rodriguez directed it. And so, for instance, there's a lot of classic Robert Rodriguez things where every time a bad guy does something or a good guy does something, there's the Arnold Schwarzenegger corny line where he goes, "You're toast," and stuff like that. It's kind of campy or whatever. But it's just to say, I gave it, I think, a 2 or 3 out of 5. I wasn't a big fan, but at the same time, it's a very hero's journey by the book. It was fine. I just doesn't. I don't know. I like fucked up. I like Marty Supreme. You know what I'm saying? Where it's the bad guy. I don't know. I like The Shining. I like weird shit. Texas Chainsaw. You know what I'm saying? I remember, this is just an example, but I remember telling Mom to watch The Substance. I didn't actually tell her to watch The Substance. I said I thought The Substance should win Best Picture because it was my favorite movie. from last year or whatever. And then she went and watched it. And she went, "Oh, what the fuck? That was terrible." And I went, "Well, yeah, I wasn't saying that like everyone would like it. I was just saying that I really liked it." You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would Alita Battle Angel. I would probably like if I had to like guess what the gross population would probably give it. It'd probably be like a 4 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? It's like pretty good, especially for like teenagers or kids. It'd be really good, but I wasn't a huge fan. Like I said, I was more just focused on the technology and the way they did it, and it looks amazing. It's visually stunning.
Did they use mocap or is it just animated?
Mocap, like basically it's one animated.
The same way they did Avatar?
Yeah,
like
except backwards. Like so in Avatar, you have I haven't watched all the Avatar movies. I've only watched the first one, but like I know in the second and third one, just because I watched so much behind the scenes, the key plot point is that there's a human in the Na'vi world or whatever, and so like you're having to do all the CG shit, but with like one human inside of it. This is the opposite. This is one human surrounded, or one digital person surrounded by real people, and so kind of like Roger Rabbit back in the day or whatever, where it's like you're
I did not know that. So the background isn't animated?
No. That's what I'm saying. It's like real. Robert Rodriguez has real sets built in Austin, like that he just like keeps up, and he owns a bunch of land out there, and he just renovates them for different things. So a lot of them he just shot in the same sets that would be built for like Spy Kids and all that stuff that they just redid.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he's like actually my number one filmmaker that I look up to because he's not in the union. Texas is right to work. You know what I'm saying? He edits. And the reason he's not in the union is because if you're a director, then you can't do the other stuff. And so he shoots his own movies, he writes his own music, he edits them. Like, he does basically everything and just, like, owns it all. Like, he's made so much money from Spy Kids. Like, if you compare the amount of money Tarantino's made to the amount of money Robert Rodriguez has made, it's not close. You know what I'm saying? And it's like one of them's made a lot more.
Have you seen, I think we talked about it last time, K-pop Demon Hunters?
No, I want to.
I'm just curious tonally if that's kind of, I don't know, was Battle Angel like kind of lighthearted, silly, or funny? Like,
kind of, and also just kind of, like I said, very hero's journey, very just like
paint by the numbers as far as the hero's journey goes.
Yeah. And it's like there's this thing inside of her that she didn't realize was there because she has amnesia and she has to bring out her true self and all. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of stuff that you're just like could apply to any movie.
I'm looking at the poster and it looks like fucking Kaisa from League is about to like come down on me.
And honestly, like that's what I'm saying. The fighting scenes and everything, you just go, "Oh, this is amazing!" Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like Kaisa fighting a bunch of fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
it looks like it would be like the poster and shit looks like it's gonna be a cool action animated like anime thing.
It is, but like, okay, you've seen Arcane, right?
Nope.
Oh, fuck, bro. Okay, Arcane is just like, Arcane crosses that boundary where I don't even know if you could show a 10-year-old it. It would be too
maturity.
Yeah.
Like, it's darker and grittier, right? Like,
yeah, that's
more
what I'm
adult
saying.
Themes.
Yeah, this is like more of a kid's movie or whatever.
She kind of looks like a kid. This kind of gives Spy Kids vibes. Like, now I'm looking through some other screenshots and like posters.
Like I said, I really loved Arcane, so it's not like I'm just shitting on anything that might be for kids, but it's just like this felt like a 10-year-old could watch it, which is fine. I just like, yeah. Also, they said
10-year-olds.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to. Yeah. Also, I don't want to like give away anything, but like it very much sets up for a trilogy and all that stuff, and like a bigger story, and so you don't really get to the end of it, and it's just like, okay, well, I really don't like that. I understand why he did it, but.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. I don't have a lot of topics, so it's probably good we kind of bullshitted for a while. The number one thing that I just saw, that I'll start on a good note and then we'll go to a down note as we go. I saw that they're making, well, I'm not sure how excited I am for this. I'm interested in Blake's opinion, but A24 is making a Texas Chainsaw TV series and film.
I didn't know that until I saw it on the list, and I pulled up a couple articles, like, so it looks like it's going to be like a prequel focusing on the family.
Yeah.
That could be really good. I guess my perspective is, I have a lot of trepidation around this. I think there's a big part of me that's like, is this just attaching a project to an IP because the IP is popular?
Did you watch
maybe not. I don't know. Like,
Did you watch the remake?
which one?
I don't know, the original, like 2003 or something.
Maybe at one point. I feel like I've watched them. I've watched the
Yeah, it's
Does that have
2003.
Ryan Reynolds in it?
Matthew McConaughey's in like Chainsaw 3. I'm not sure if Ryan Reynolds ever was though.
This is Jessica Biel, Andrew something
Jessica
is
Biel.
other face, Mike Vogel, Eric Baffler, Jonathan. All these people I don't know. I just know I watched it and it was really, really, really bad. Like it was basically just like I said, like an actual remake or whatever. Like, so I just brought that up and asked you about that. Just to say I'm like you. I'm cautiously optimistic for like the different story, a prequel or whatever. But like if they're just doing a remake or something, then that's.
I think the bar is on the floor with something like this. Like at worst, you're gonna get kind of a cheesy, half-assed remake, but it's a prequel. But you could do something really interesting. Looking at the people involved, like Glenn Powell, I've not seen any of this stuff. I don't know anything he's been in, so I don't know how much trust to give him. Like
I love Glenn Powell.
He's so hot right now. He's like
he's oh fuck, what was the dude that was in The Last of Us a couple of years ago? Daddy whatever. It's
Pedro
Daddy Powell
Pascal.
now, right?
yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal. Yeah.
He's like one of those right now where it's just he's getting shoved into everything.
I
It's
saw
like how I would
Running Man
compare
is bad.
I would compare very much to like Channing Tatum when he was doing like all the early like Dear John and shit before he showed that he actually had a personality. Like no, but how Glenn Powell got big is he did I believe it was a Netflix movie. Or he's in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
like he's been around for like
he's like 35 or something.
yeah,
like
he's
that.
been around. I don't want to say like his big break, but what got him like reignited is he did a movie I think called Assassin for Netflix, but he wrote it too, or co-wrote it or something. And he plays like a nerdy IT guy who like pretty much goes undercover for the police, and apparently a true story. But I think. But anyway, he puts on like a fucking I wouldn't call it a tour de force, but he does so well, like, because it's kind of a dual role thing. Like, when he's undercover, he's supposed to be like a cool assassin, but it's what a nerdy person thinks a cool assassin is.
Bro, I love that shit in movies where it's like someone, like even like 13 going on 30 or something. Anytime anyone has to play in someone else's body or like imitate what they think someone else would act like. Or, no, Harry Potter.
Yeah, when Emma Watson is pretending to be Bellatrix, pretending to be Hermione, is one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
From an acting thing, just like the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I watched that and was like, oh, this is dope. And I know, like, y'all might not like it, but I seriously recommend Twisters, like the newer one. Like, it is so cheesy and good. And he just plays a dude from Arkansas who everybody fucking hates and is a big douchebag. Like, it's so good. And he's just chewing up scenery. Yeah, so I recommend it.
I'll watch Twisters eventually. I just haven't got to it. But yeah. It looks interesting enough. I feel like I want to watch the original too, though.
I only saw the original when I was a kid and it scared the shit out of me. So I didn't really like it, but I might need to. But it's more of like a romance movie. Like, it's not like a comedy.
Yeah.
This is like, it's like serious kind of, but it's supposed to be funny. You're not supposed to take any of it seriously.
Yeah, and I've heard
they fight the tornado at the end.
Yeah,
like,
it's like when Trump was talking about the hurricane. He's like, "You want me to nuke it?" And it's like,
that's pretty much what they do. Because this is like a super tornado.
yeah.
Anyway, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm very aware that you don't have to have seen the old Twister to see the new Twister, but still.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think they're very different.
Yeah.
I know the first scene, this might have been the only part of the old Twister I saw. The first scene is like the dad getting ripped out of the house by a tornado and killed.
Yeah, because they're trying to go in the cellar and he doesn't get down there, and like he's at the cellar door and it just sucks him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I was very traumatized by that. That movie scared me a lot as a kid. Like, I saw it at like 6. My parents rented it from the fucking VHS store, and yeah, it scared me really bad for a long time.
Yeah.
There's a scene where they're in a barn and they like take their belts off and belt themselves to like some water pipes, and the barn is just blowing off around them. And then it cuts back and they're just standing there like tied to this water pipe.
But the original Twisters, I think what made it so impressive is that's back when they did like miniatures and everything, and so they say it's one of the best like movies if you just want to watch like special effects and everything. It's like really, really, really impressive. So that's even the only reason I want to go back and watch that one. It's just to watch like the filmmaking.
What are some movies like? And we don't have to get on this topic if y'all don't want to, but what are some movies that like y'all went back and watched or something and just thought like, wow, this looks so fucking good, just from like.
Okay, this is gonna be such a deep cut, and I'm so glad you asked that. The Indian in the Cupboard.
Yeah, dude. The other day I went on a Wikipedia deep dive on that, and like because it's a book series, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The books get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the miniatures start fucking and like having like reproducing and like
it's like the
people die.
Yeah, it's like more of like a whatever you call it, philosophical like exercise or whatever, like on like building a world, like you're saying, like creating life, like if you were God or whatever and all that stuff.
Kind of. It more so turns into like a Magic Treehouse type thing where they can go into the past now.
True.
Yes, the movie, yeah.
Yeah. But just because I said the miniatures and everything, like what it always impresses me the most is stuff like forced perspective and stuff like that, where it's like I just hate Lord of the Rings so much that it's like I can't appreciate it that much. But like even like when the way they did all the Hobbit stuff and all that, it's like so impressive.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of that's getting lost, but that's a whole nother topic.
What do y'all got?
But anyway,
movies that look good from the past.
Like I was gonna say, Lord of the Rings is one where I'm just like, now I think it's lost some of its luster, like to me, just like because our technology keeps advancing, but like I'm still like, holy shit.
Harrison sent me like 3 days ago a behind the scenes from Lord of the Rings, and basically he just said like the point that I want to make is that, like, for instance, did you know that most of the arrows they shoot are all pieces of foam, so they're really shooting the arrows?
No.
Yeah, only like the impacts of the arrows and stuff like that was CG. So it's like that's the reason it holds up so well is because most of that stuff was like real props and whatnot. Like they just built so much shit because VFX was so early. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Isn't that the one with Davy Jones or whatever?
Yeah. The first
it's like that movie holds up like so good because like he's the only thing that's really CG in it. Like, or there's a lot of other CG, but they built so much of it for real or whatever that makes it.
And they spent years just focusing on Davy Jones's face, like, and then anyway, I was also going to say when I know they've added CGI to Star Wars and stuff. But Star Wars, the original one, looks so goddamn good. Like, it blew my mind whenever I went back and watched it. I was like, I cannot believe this. And then I still fell asleep in the first 30 minutes.
Yep.
So, I like to look at it, but that's it.
That's me with Star Wars and Lord of the Rings also, where I'm like, if you give it to me in like a 20-minute BTS highlight of like behind the scenes, then I'm like eating it up. But if you make me sit down and watch the movie, I'm like out in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Valium.
Yeah.
Asleep instantly.
Well, Trevor, are there any movies like that you?
None come to mind. I haven't revisited any. Not off the top like that.
The only other one I was gonna say is the first Transformers still looks like you can see it a lot more now, or at least more than I could when I was a kid. But like, holy shit. That looks fucking good.
All of those are crazy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the Transformers in general, like the stories kind of suck and some of the effects are over the top, but like pretty good.
Do y'all know the reason the first Transformers look so good?
They spent a long time on CG.
Kind of. Two things. For one, if you go back and look like at early CG, everything looks really shiny, right? And so guess what was easy to do? Reflections. Yeah. And they just made all the robots super reflective because it was playing to the strength. The second part was that they blew up a lot of shit for real. And so
Michael Bay's notorious for that, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But like it fits so well with that it's like he was the right man for the job because he just wanted to blow shit up, and that like if they would have had to do all the rocks and all the blow up stuff with VFX, it would have looked like dog water. But like since they were actually just had like like I said, they're only CGing in reflective surfaces and then doing real explosions and everything, they just played to the easy. Like I said, it's like they're definitely thought about it long and hard of like, oh, this is like very, very doable and the right way to do it. Like there was just a lot of smart people that have been doing like you know what I'm saying? Like I could be misspeaking, but I think the dude that like invented Photoshop worked on that movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just had like some of the greatest minds of like CG and compositing and everything ever. And also he made Photoshop as like a side hobby from working on movies. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't his thing. Like he still did like CG forever. So it's like you just had some of the greatest people ever. Yeah, very, very impressive movie.
I would add in also very smart of them to just make everything gray. Like colors used to be pretty bad on CG, but like if something was gray, and especially like if you notice the transforming scenes, a lot of them happen like in the dark.
Yeah.
Like all that's really, really good.
Like you're saying, the silver, that reflective silver and everything, and the matte gray and all that works really well.
And now we can get into, should our taxpayer dollars be going to the Transformers franchise? Because like we brought up the Michael Bay thing, and one of the big criticism of him is he's up the government's ass and like does all this free marketing for them just so he can blow stuff up on his movie.
It's like Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. I do not care.
Yeah. I'll touch on this a little bit more throughout, but also I'm gonna try to keep it as PG as possible. But like, if we're gonna give a couple $1 billion to Israel per year, then I'm fine with giving Michael Bay a couple million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he can explode a couple of extra bombs.
Yeah. He can like, we'll let him borrow some tanks and all that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like whatever he needs to like make the scenes look real.
I don't not want a tank in my goddamn Transformers movie, so...
Here's my stance, and you can write it down. I would rather there be a tank on the set of a Michael Bay film than tanks in Iran. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my... You can take that for... I stand 10 toes down on that statement.
The other day, it's because I hung out with you, but our varsity team were in a bad situation. Like the other team was on Baron because they got picked off, and then our mid laner got a pentakill on them.
Who was he playing?
Zoe.
Hard.
Yeah, it was actually disgusting what I watched. But
mid be subbed in for a second.
Yeah, like, well, and also like he had been like winning the lane, but like pretty quietly, and that was the first time he like interacted with the enemy team, and so you're just like, what the fuck?
It's the 300 stack masses coming down like, oh shit, we got a problem, guys.
They didn't know that two of them would get one shot on the Baron just as Zoe walked up, and they were like 3/4 HP. Anyway.
Also, I don't even have to see the fight to know that I'm sure there was like so many of those little Zoe balls sitting around.
That's what I was
with,
gonna say.
like,
She's just spamming W, like picking up flashes every other second. Yeah.
But anyway, I was like casting the game, and I was like, he just stood 10 toes down, like. Because it was literally like a 1v, or it was like a 3v5, and he just like popped off. But I said 10 toes down because I'd been hanging out with you so much, so it was just like on the brain.
I'm always very... I keep up with modern slang a little bit, but also I always feel myself slipping, so I'm wondering when my saying fire and 10 toes down is going to be like the equivalent of saying like groovy and stuff like that.
It's that bad? It's just that
It already is, big dog.
I'm sure. Yeah. No, I'm not old because I know what gesture maxing is, and I know the ASU frat leader just went up on the leaderboard.
Yeah, he got frame mugged.
Yeah, but because the other dude, the guy that was in first place, he got his wig pulled off.
Yeah, but let me say this.
Is that slang, or did he really have a wig?
Wait, do you not know anything I'm talking about? Okay,
I know looks maxing. I know mogging as well. I was with you up until the wig.
Yeah. Long story short, Cav, or whatever his name is like started off, and then they actually have like a leaderboard that they keep online. I don't even know who votes on it, but it's like basically who's mogging the hardest. And then one dude was like up there, but then like he was doing a street interview and somebody ran by and tore off his hat and his wig came off with it, and they realized he was like old man bald or whatever, so he dropped like 3 spots. And then the ASU frat leader dude, who's actually doesn't go to ASU and is actually not
I was gonna say, yeah, that's the new wrinkle is he's not even a frat leader.
Yeah, which is just hilarious. But yeah, my point is I'm with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Which I can't say that nowadays with the Epstein shit. But like,
I'm with the kids. Can you repeat?
I'm
Can you
hip
repeat
with
that?
the 18 to 25-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping up. You know.
So you're saying everyone of legal age you're keeping up with?
Yeah. Anything below 17, I have no idea what's going on down there.
Black hole. I don't even. What's that?
Speaking of just like bullshit social media, this isn't a real topic, but I've it's the only thing that I saw on social media and then had to screenshot it for the podcast. It's like James Gunn went off on like a huge fucking tirade on how the old Batmans are bad, and I've never had my blood boiled so hard. I'm like, we need to boycott James Gunn. We need to like
This is what gets him canceled.
yeah, this is my when everyone was boycotting Starbucks back in the day, this is my Starbucks. I'm like, how dare he?
Interesting.
He basically
Wait, which ones?
The Tim Burton ones.
Oh, okay.
He says that they're poorly written, the soundtrack's the worst. It's like everything that people would say is good, he's just like, yeah, it's bad.
We even thought if it's bad or not.
Yeah.
No, okay, so what's your opinion on like the movies then?
On the old ones?
Yeah, well, which ones specifically? Because they're varying.
Oh, for sure. I think, I'm trying to think. It's Batman. Isn't it just Batman and then Batman Returns?
Batman Returns are the two Tim Burton ones.
And then Batman Forever is, or no, that was the canceled one, right?
No.
There's four. It was Batman, and Robin are the two, right? And then Batman.
Okay, Batman Forever was the third one. And then there was Batman and Robin, which is the notoriously bad one, right?
The George Clooney nipple ones, I believe.
Okay, yeah. That Batman and Robin is the one that I think is just objectively bad. You can't, like, say otherwise. I think Batman Forever, I have a lot of nostalgia for, even though it's probably not that good. But it's just, like, I like seeing all those characters, like Tommy Lee Jones and everything. I just like it. And even the opening, I like all the, like... I think that's the one where he, like, saves the girl from, like, the little ball thing that, like, rolls down. Like, it's like... Yeah, it's very, like... It's like a... I forget the word, but one of those contraptions that, like, one thing sets off another.
Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah, it feels like a Rube Goldberg, like, intro to Batman, and I really like that. But I can see that the movie's not that good. But I will say, I think it's Batman Returns, I think, is the good one.
That's the one with the Penguin, Danny DeVito, and Catwoman.
I think that one's just objectively good. And you can't argue otherwise. Now, if you want to sit there and say that the first Batman, because that's the one with Batman 1990,
Nicholas
89.
Jack Nicklaus is the Joker.
Yeah, I think that one I will hear criticism about, even though
really
I think is really good. My point is, like, I could see the tone not hitting for certain people, but I really like it. And so it's just like, if you were to ask my favorites, it would be the second one, the first one, then the third one, and then Robin last.
Yeah. So what's so funny to me is I don't really like the second one. I think like it's fine. It's good. It's like I would say an above average superhero movie. But I think the first one is like really fucking good.
It's good.
Like the whole contrivance of him killing Bruce Wayne's parents is like kind of silly. But like Jack Nicholson, I know people suck his dick too hard, but like to me, like
you can't do it enough. You can't.
I can't take my eyes off of him. Like, and he said the soundtrack is bad. Like the whole Prince thing is just fucking weird and good. Like, especially if you look at it through like the kind of not watered down, just how the metas evolved on superhero movies.
Yeah.
Like you look back at that and you're just like, holy shit, this just like weird. It's like watching the Sam Raimi movies and being like, there's a lot of this that's just kind of fucking weird. Like every time there's like a woman in danger, you just hear like the fucking scream. Like, I don't know. That shit to me is like very funny.
I find James Gunn's thing the equivalent of if the new Spider-Man director that did like No Way Home and everything. Yeah, that's the right term. No Way Home.
Yeah.
Because No Way Home was so good. I didn't like the second Tom Holland one. I thought it was by far the weakest with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Far From Home.
Yeah, that one I didn't like. But like Homecoming and the third one, like Far From Home, are so good. But my point is like, I would see this as like that guy, which I don't even know if it's the same guy that directed it. I'm almost positive not, but like or directed all of them. But like, I would see that as shitting on the Sam Raimi ones, where I'm like, you can like not like it, but like the first two are so good. They're just like objectively great. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. I'm speaking about both with the Batman and with Spider-Man. Like they're just so good that you can't. It's like the Jack Nicholson thing. It's like you said, you can not like the tone, but like objectively, he's just popping off. He's just like Zoe Pentakilling Baron. You know what I'm saying? Where you're just like he understood the assignment.
It's like Willem Dafoe in the Spider-Man movies, where you're just like, holy shit, I just can't take my fucking eyes off you. You're doing that shit.
Yeah.
You got bills to pay. You got a family to feed. Like, you're earning that paycheck, big dog.
Yeah. It's I think it's the third one where Robin takes the Batmobile into the city and everything and like fights like goons or whatever. Bro, even that shit, it can come off like a little bit corny, but like when you just take a second and pause the movie and just look around, you go, oh, this is brilliant. This is world building. This is so good. Like it has such a like personality to it. And then I think nowadays it would just feel like no personality. Like I don't know. I hate the Marvelication of all this. Marvel, whatever, however you'd say that word. But like, and I also hate the James Gunnification of all of it, where it's like, I got so pissed off. This isn't on the thing, but even on the James Gunn thing of like, they just announced the new writer who's gonna write Batman in the Bold, and guess who it is? It's the person who wrote fucking Flash, and you're like, shoot me in the fucking face. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, great. Now we're gonna get another just like, blah. I could rant forever, but it's like I really, really liked Guardians of the Galaxy, and then when we're at Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and it's the same thing and the same, just like trying to pull on the same heartstrings and like the same nostalgia, and we guess what? We just picked a different era for the music. Isn't that quirky and weird? It's like no, quit. Actually have a fucking personality. You know what I'm saying? It's like actually do something different.
So I actually have a very different opinion on the Guardians
for
movies.
Sure. I know you do.
Well, more so meaning I think 1 and 2 are like way too similar. Like they're like the same movie. And I liked it at the time, and I still like it. Like you throw on either of them, they're good movies.
Which do you like more though? First or second?
The first one. And I think that's most people's opinion. But if the second one had come first, like I'd probably like that one more.
Yeah.
And then I thought the third one was like a pretty wide departure from what the other two were.
I agree with that. I'll just say that I didn't like the third one because it felt like they were doing a lot of the same. Like it's one of those things. I didn't mind the crying scene to open the first one. You know what I'm saying? Where it literally I can't watch it without crying. But like, and then when it got to the third one, I go, oh, you just move that to the back end. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't know. It feels like the same bag of tricks, but like not any different. If that makes, I don't know. My point is, it's a different movie, but I just feel like I'm getting your shtick at this point.
Yeah. I can totally see that on those movies.
This may be a hot take, Blake. Sorry, we're having a conversation without you. But would you say?
It's good to listen.
Would you say that the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy first 3 are better or worse than the Guardians of the Galaxy first 3?
I haven't seen either.
No. I'm talking Ben. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, that's why I wasn't in this one.
Yeah.
So Guardians of the Galaxy to me are better by like a pretty wide margin. But I love Spider-Man. He's like my second favorite hero, probably first. So like I would be more interested in watching, like if you told me I could only watch one, but the Guardians of the Galaxy one is slightly better, I'd be like, yeah, I'll just watch the Spider-Man one then.
Yeah, and I disagree with that. I think that obviously we could go break it down, but I don't want to spend too long on this, but it's like, to me, the Tom Holland, the Spider-Man, all those, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to remember. To me, No Way Home, like, I think it's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, actually, where the first two are really similar or whatever, and then when you get to the third one, I think it was, like, way different or whatever, but I just feel like Spider-Man, like, the third one is, like, just infinitely, like, that's what I'm saying. If you took Guardians 1 versus Spider-Man Homecoming, I think Guardians beats it out by a little bit, but it's like Michael Keaton when he turns in the car with the gun or whatever, and like, or when he figures out that's who, like, you know what I'm saying? all that shit is so good. His final scenes
Yeah.
are so good. Like, but my point is, Guardians is still better. But then when I think we get to the third one, is when I really just see, like, that's where like the trilogies separate to me. When I go, oh, Spider-Man's just like, I don't want to say 10 times better, but like double as good. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like way better to me.
That's so interesting to me because I think I like I agree with you that the first two are pretty similar in first Spider-Man. Um, but what's so funny to me is I think the third one's kind of bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at the ratings. I want to look. Booterman. Homecoming got a 7.4 on IMDb, and then I just had to get a barometer. Yeah, and then No Way Home has an 8.1, so I'm pretty on par with most people that it took it up a notch.
Yeah, I think it's kind of bad. It was a fun movie, and I enjoyed it, but like it is just like a Frankenstein's monster of a movie, and you see every little stitch in it. Like I love that they got Jamie Foxx back, but like for one, his character didn't act anything similar, which doesn't really bother me. But like you could tell they just didn't get the Lizard or Sandman back, so they just kept making excuses for them not to be in scenes. Like all the cage scenes, you're like they filmed all this on different days.
Yeah.
Like all of it, you could just tell they filmed everything on different days. And then whenever you go back and watch it, I actually don't mind movies doing this that much, but you can see all the pauses for applause, like when Spider-Man like comes into frame,
Yeah.
and like he kind of just
Applauses for the audience, like
Yes,
cinema,
yes.
like anticipating the applause in cinema.
Yes.
Yeah,
Are people
I've
going-
noticed that in some movies.
Or it's just like how you have to pause for the laugh or whatever. It's
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
thing.
There's obviously a delayed beat in the next line
Yes.
because of okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
Yes.
it's like, Ben will admit this, I'm sure, but it's like, it's one of those things where if they hadn't done that, if you'd been there in the theater that day, you wouldn't be able to hear shit
No.
after that because people were losing their fucking minds.
No, I agree. I'm not saying they shouldn't have done it. I'm saying it just takes away from my viewing experience now.
For sure. No. That's what I was saying. Like, I completely get that. And I'm agreeing with everything you said. Like, all the conceits of, like, you could fit. It's full Marvel location where it's like, there's even, like, it feels like it has the Tony Stark thing where it's like anytime he's in the suit, it feels like a talking head on this, like a head pasted onto the suit or whatever.
Exactly.
That's insane. Even with all that, it's one of those things. I've said it before, but I just really, really, really like reactions. And so Spider-Man No Way Home is one of the movies that I've watched reactions to probably like 50 times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not going to say I've seen the movie 50 times, but I've like, you know what I'm saying? I've watched the speedrun version of it like probably 50 times. And it's just, I eat it up.
So
But-
yeah,
but-
that's my opinion on the movie.
Yeah, and that, what started this all is just that, like I said, I think I've been developing this opinion a little bit for a little while, but I've come to the conclusion, I've probably said this before, it's probably not hot take, but I just don't like James Gunn. I don't like the cut of his GIF. I don't like the type of movies he makes.
Of his GIF.
Yeah, I don't like the cut of his GIF as I'm staring at a big thing of GIF peanut butter. Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Well, I don't like the cut of his GIF because I'm staring at, like I said. Let me.
Damn, the audio only audience is in shambles right now.
I'm missing the visual puns here.
They don't see that he's holding up a jar of GIF.
Because I can't eat solid foods, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Yeah, so it's just, I think I'm just like I said, probably sensitive. Yeah, and Jack Nicholson as the Joker is Jack Nicholson in The Shining with shitty clown makeup. Fuck you and everyone involved in that travesty is what he said. And I can't.
I have to discount what he said. All of this, I don't like him either. Just I'm biased AF. And listen, I have problems with both of Nolan's films.
Yeah.
I don't think either one is a classic, and I don't even think Batman Begins is very good.
Wow.
I don't even really think Batman Begins is good. End quote. So all of that, like Batman Begins isn't that good, but to say The Dark Knight isn't a classic is a little.
I thought you were saying those were your opinions. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, Herman, that's a bad take.
No. That's James Gunn. That was one of those little tweet things about saying.
But you can tell he's, like I said, I don't want to jump the gun too much, and I don't want to be too edgy. But
Oh
like,
my God, good pun.
Yeah. But he is a little bitch because he does the thing where he's like,
But he is a little bitch.
no, he is because he's like, I don't like either. He basically says, I have a problem with both of Nolan's films. And I don't think either one is a classic. And I don't even think Batman Begins is good. All right, well, tell us which part of The Dark Knight you think is shit, Mr. Bucko. You know what I'm saying? It's like Mr. Gunn. Like, which part was the ass part? And which part of your Batman film is going to be really good so that I can, like, look at
Is he getting a Batman film?
He's
Yeah,
doing
Brave
Batman.
and the Bold.
That's what I said, the Brave and the Bold. And it's the Flash.
oh.
And it's the Flash Rider doing it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you will not hear me talk shit on fucking what's his name, Matt Reeves' Batman. I've said it's not for me, but I think that it's very well made, and I understand the audience is playing too. It's playing to the people that like the detective, that like the comic book dark, like, you know what I'm saying, like the comic book Dark Knight, the comic book Long Halloween.
It's definitely a comic book fan film.
Yeah, like the Long Halloween and all those like
Very much
classic
so.
fucking stuff like that. Like like I said, I fell asleep, but like respect it, but like. I guarantee Brave and the Bold's gonna come out, and I'm just gonna fucking I can't wait to get on here and just shit all over it. I'm gonna watch it just for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this guy. But yeah,
That's so funny. I'm really excited for Brave and the Bold. I think it's gonna be I don't want it to be just like Guardians or anything, but the reason I didn't like the Matt Reeves one, and it's like a fucking wonderful film. I know I'm not stupid. It's fucking awesome.
That's what I'm saying. We can both admit it's a tour de force for everyone involved.
Yeah. For a long time, I didn't want to admit it, but I'm like, oh yeah, that's the best. That's the best Batman movie. Like, that one's just way
It's
better
the best
than all
made
the other
for
ones.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I even think it's better than The Dark Knight. I think The Dark Knight is it's still my favorite movie of all time, but it's fallen on my rating of how good it is. Like, it is very good, but there's a lot of kind of weird, not like plot contrivances, like, if you think about it. And then also, like, every time I go back and see it, the action makes me want to barf. Like, I hate that, I love watching Zack Snyder's Batman fucking mass murder a whole crowd of people more than I like seeing Christian Bale go, ugh, ugh.
Wonderful move.
And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
You can tell Nolan just was not interested in that aspect of it at all. And I'm not saying I need a fucking CGI mega death fight, but now we have so many movies and shows like Daredevil that show doing long one shots, doing cool action, that's possible.
I don't think it'd be a hot take, but I think which is impossible, and I don't even know all the backstory. But I think if you were able to take The Dark Knight and then put the guy that directed John Wick, because he was a stunts guy forever, and if you were to put the guy that made John Wick as the second unit director on that movie, it would be 100 times better. Batman spinning around, breaking people's arms and stuff, with cool moves and stuff like that would be so cool. Actually make him look like a fighter that trained. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like you said.
The fight scenes in the Nolan trilogy are not great. There's the infamous one of the fight in the third one when he comes back in the city and he punches the dude and it's 3 feet from him, he just flies across. That whole fight scene is terrible. I love the Nolan films, but I've rewatched them so much that I see every flaw.
Yeah, no, 100%. The Joker, when he's oh no, I killed the bus driver, then the bus crashes in. But the bus, you see, if you watch the scene, it misses the guy by 10 feet, and he just goes flying, and you're like, well, okay.
I'm about to pull out a hot take that's very random, but it's I watched 2 reactions full through of 2 different people watch all the Harry Potter movies recently, and I think some of the Harry Potter movies could stand toe to toe with I would have a hard time saying The Dark Knight because it's my favorite movie forever, but there's I think it's Prisoner of Azkaban, and
I was gonna say, which one do you think's the best one?
I think Prisoner of Azkaban
is
probably the best, but I even don't mind Goblet of Fire. To be honest, any of them besides the 6th one, and there's a lot of parts of the 7th one I don't like either. But granted, there's parts of the 6th one I really really like too. Isn't that when Hermione does the acting like Bellatrix in the 6th one? Isn't it?
No, that's the first part. That's Deathly Hallows Part 1. The movie.
Sorry. I'm getting mixed up. Yeah. I mean, Deathly Hallows Part 1, I think is the weakest, is my point. But even there's parts of that
That's
I
my
really like.
favorite.
Really?
That's my favorite.
I just don't like the fact that they had to chop the book, and so it feels very anticlimactic with like the Dobby thing at the end and everything. I just don't like the movie.
No, but so yes, I agree with you, and that's why most people don't like it, and that's why I'm better than everyone else when you think about it.
Yeah. Bigger brain.
Yeah, bigger brain. But the reason why is because like they don't have shit to do. Like it's literally just like the characters just interacting, except for fucking Ron has the ring from Lord of the Rings fucking corrupting him the whole time. And so
Yeah.
people hate this scene. My favorite scene in any Harry Potter is when Emma Thompson and Daniel Radcliffe just dance.
Watson.
And like, oh yeah. Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe just dance in the tent. Like,
I think that's a really good scene.
Yeah, that's good too.
I know it's unpopular, but I think it does a lot of lifting of stuff they had to cut from the book for the movie.
Yeah, because like in the book, like they are fucking miserable. Like things are fucking bad.
Yeah.
And they're only getting worse. But anyway, and I love that like they're just two kids and they're just taking comfort in each other, and it's not like romantic, but like everything sucks. Like Ron ran away. Like I don't know. I love that shit. I love people being fucking miserable.
Yeah. I'll clarify my opinion a little bit more than Blake knows the most about Harry Potter, so I'm interested to know what he says. But it's like, I really like Order of the Phoenix, even though I think there's a lot of things that you could point out. I really like Goblet of Fire, even though there's probably a lot of things that you could point out.
Order of the Phoenix is my most fucking hated one. I hate that shit.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I really, really, really dislike Goblet of Fire, the book. But like the movie, I don't mind as much because they actually cut a lot of shit, which a lot of Harry Potter fans would be anti that. But I'm pro it. But my favorite is either Order of the Phoenix or Half-Blood Prince, I think. I really like Half-Blood Prince.
That Half-Blood Prince and Azkaban are my two favorite movies, mostly because they feel so different than the other ones in the series.
Yeah.
3 is such a stylistic change from the first two. It's such a breath of fresh air. It's darker. They don't always wear their robes.
The director always does, like, to start a scene, he always like moves the camera through glass.
Yeah.
Like to start every. Yeah. And I loved that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I thought
3 is so fun. It's so stylistic. I really enjoy 3. And then 6 is vibes. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like...
Which one is 6? Half-Blood Prince?
Yeah. I don't know what it is about the movie. It just has a tonal quality to it that I like. I'm not at all considering the adaptation of a book. I'm trying to view them like totally separate. Like, I just enjoy those two the most, but I don't know if 6 is like a strong movie on its own. Because they're trying to do so much backstory and like... I don't know how well backstory translates if you just watch movies.
Yeah,
no, it's not a good movie by itself. I think Prisoner of Azkaban is probably, which is impossible to pull it out.
I think the earlier ones all stand alone, or could stand alone better. Like, the back ones are laden with kind of required knowledge, which kind of dampens it.
For sure. I was just going to say, I think Azkaban's the best movie. The problem is, some Ben Counselor. I cannot stand watching that goddamn movie. Like, I just got it ruined for me because it was the only movie we had in the Suburban for so goddamn long. And so I've probably seen that movie 500 times. Like, I kept hearing that everyone thinks it's the best Harry Potter movie. And I was like, I'll go back and watch it. I made it halfway through. I was like, I fucking can't. Like, this is cool. I love it. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, I get that, but at the same time, like, because God, it shows how scrambled my brain is on this stuff. But it's like they all run together. That's the one where obviously they figure out Severus is like who he is and everything, and so there's like the werewolf scene by the tree at the end and all that stuff. That shit looks so good and is so just like. I don't know, it's climactic. I feel like a lot of the Harry Potter films have a lot, like, especially the later ones, they just have to end on such weird things. Like, like I said, the sixth one I have a problem with, and even like the Goblet of Fire. It's just like I don't love the ending. I loved the build up and everything a lot more than I did like him getting back with I forget Cedric or whatever, and then like them finding Moody and the thing. I just don't have a great feeling at the end. But the Half-Blood Prince at the end, I'm just like gutted and feel great.
It feels you're the sixth one. I think that's a good thing that the sixth movie does is it sets you up and you're like, okay, I need to see what's coming next. The story, like you're posed for a climax. It seems. Like your hero just died. Like the leader, the guy that knew everything, the one that trained you, he's dead. Like now what? Like it's the hero's journey. Like, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. What's funny is a lot of like I think my opinions on the movies come from the books, and it's because Order of the Phoenix had just come out when I started reading the books.
Yeah.
Like the movie did. Because both of y'all and Brandon had all read it.
Yeah.
And I was like tired of being left out. And but y'all had already spoiled a million times that Dumbledore dies and in which book. Like
No,
I already fucking knew.
I know. Me and
I
Blake
tweeted that at a Sevenfold concert.
No, me and Blake went to the midnight release of Books A Million and someone yelled it.
Yeah, like we were literally driving out of the bookstore, like
Dumbledore dies.
I remember me and you flipping to the back and it was like Harry kissed Albus or something. It was like, whoa.
Yeah. I'll never have as good of a reading experience as I did with the last Harry Potter book. That was like fucking.
I remember you staying up all night because I'm pretty sure
we
you
stayed
still
up and read it. Wow.
Yeah, Blake's a faster reader than me. I'm pretty sure he finished it all in like one day, and it took me like a day and a half. But like, sped read that motherfucker.
Harry Potter was the best book experience I ever had.
Yeah.
But I'm just sad that I started reading them after all the books came out. So y'all just fucking spoiled literally everything.
But also, you never know to go to a midnight release. And to be honest, I just wish that I had been on it earlier to go to all the midnight releases because it was so fun.
That's the thing that I'm just like, man, I kind of got on this party too late. Yeah.
Oh,
that's exactly it.
It's like I was talking about Spider-Man No Way Home, where if you are in the theater to see Iron Man 1, and then if you are in the theater to see, like, you know what I'm saying, all the Marvel movies, it probably just hits way different. But, like, being in the
I'm
theater...
sure if you're in the theater, like, if you started going all the way for Iron Man 1 and went to the theater for all of them, and then the fucking snap, you were probably coming everywhere. Like, just
that's what I'm saying.
Slide down your chair. Like,
it's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
No, for sure. But anyway, and I was also going to say, I hate the Order of the Phoenix because it's the longest book, and the Half-Blood Prince was the first, like the Order of the Phoenix movie had just come out, so Half-Blood Prince was the first one that like I hadn't already seen the movie for.
Yeah.
And I remember like just trying to get through the back half of that book and just like being so impatient to start the next one. And also Half-Blood Prince, the title goes so goddamn hard. And so I just wanted to read it so bad. So I think I gave up on Order of the Phoenix like the last like 50 pages. Like it was the only one I never finished. Like
is Order of the Phoenix the longest?
Boring. Yeah, it's like 100 pages longer than Goblet, I think, off the top.
They started getting smaller after that.
Yeah,
because they went up, and then bell curve.
Yeah, Order of the Phoenix was 766 pages. No, the U.S. edition is 870 pages.
I was going to say...
That sounds right.
I swear on my life, the only 800-page book I had ever read.
Yeah. I never read any Lord of the Rings. The only... Because how long's The Hobbit?
It's
like
very
300, short. 250. It's a kid's book.
No way.
I think it's like 270. It's pretty short.
Yeah, it's a kid's book.
320.
Much longer than I was thinking. I was thinking like 250 tops, honestly.
Which one do you think is the longest of the three? And then I'll look up of Lord of the Rings or whatever, and I'll look up how long it is.
If you don't count the appendices, I think Two Towers. I don't know. I read it last fall. I would guess Two Towers is because the third one is relatively short. It feels.
Yeah, actually, no. It's one of those things. I think we really have to go by words because like The Two Towers is only 464 pages. But, like, if you read that book, it'll take you fucking forever. Because the words are so small. And Harry Potter, the words are really big.
So this thing has this is unique words. Fellowship had 188,000, Two Towers had 157,000, and then Return of the King had
Okay.
137,000
Uh,
word count. So they
hold on.
progressively got shorter.
Hold on.
I
Now
don't know
keep,
if I believe this website or not. I just found a website that it actually had words out there.
hold on. Keep that up. Okay. Order of the Phoenix had 257,000.
That's longer than
Jesus.
any of the three individual
Jesus
Lord of the
Christ.
Rings.
Yeah,
by like 75%. Like,
Yeah, I believe it.
Lord of the Rings, I will say, Candace and I read Harry Potter, the series last year, and I read Lord of the Rings by myself. Lord of the Rings it was very difficult for me to read because the prose is very dense. I don't know how else to, like, there's a lot of words in Harry Potter that's not doing a lot of work. Every
Yeah.
word in Lord of the Rings is doing like 3 words of work.
No,
It's fucking dense.
in Harry Potter, especially in like dialogue, there's a lot of dialogue scenes.
There's
and
a
stuff.
lot of dialogue.
You,
And
and
there's
you can
very
just
little
like,
setting descriptions. Very little settings. You'll have 2 pages of Tolkien talking about a fucking hill.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like a castle or whatever. Like
yeah. And Harry Potter, like, you can skip half the words because it's like, and then Ron said, and then
Harry
you know,
said,
like,
the dialogue tags and all
yeah,
the little meandering.
yeah. So like, you're just skipping like half the text, or like, if she ever described something, I'd get about halfway through a description and be like, I get it, and then just like skip down to the next paragraph.
Yeah, and
Uh,
like to me, the things that I never got into Stephen King's long books because it felt like there was just so many words and so much description on certain stuff, but it felt really good when you would do it in certain contexts. So I was always a big like I had the short story thing, the collection of short stories, and then I also really liked Pet Cemetery, obviously. But like so much of it just feels like gratuitous or whatever. Like that's how Lord of the
I,
Rings felt to me.
I'm reading the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. I'm on the second book. It's not very enjoyable. I don't know how else to describe it other than when you watch a movie or you read something and it just feels like a sequence of events, of things happening. This happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and this happened. And there's never any like consequence or like there's conflict, but it's just a series of events happening within the conflict. It doesn't feel like there's I don't know how else to describe it other than that. It's like the Dark Tower series isn't very good. I don't know if I'm a big Stephen King fan anymore. Like
Jeez.
I reread it last year, loved it, enjoyed it, made a lot of notes and stuff. Tried to move on to another Stephen King book, like night and day.
Yeah.
Um,
I think The
what's so
Shining.
fun?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say what's so funny is people go so wild for the Dark Tower series.
I know that's why I'm not it's just not connecting, it's not hitting for me, and I always expected to really enjoy it when I got to it because I like Stephen King, I like long stuff, and I like fantasy. Like I don't know, it's just people do say it gets better the farther you get into it, but I hate shit like that. It's like, hey, watch this television show. The first season's bad, but then it gets good. Like, trust me.
Yep.
I don't
No,
know. Like, it's
100%.
just a hard sell. Like knowing it gets better eventually. Like I still have to slog through bad stuff. Yeah, The Dark Tower isn't hitting for me, and I really expect it to, just based on how popular it is and how beloved it is by King fans.
Yeah, here's like I've made this very known, but it's just like fantasy like is like the only genre that I just don't like. And it's not to say it's like Harry Potter. That was just so good that like it surpassed my dislike for fantasy. But like so much of and it's like even like Pet Cemetery. It's like I can take a little bit of like magic and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when the whole book is just like I said, like describing races of different orcs and stuff like that and like elves and like it just it doesn't do anything for me. And I don't know. Like so it's just say back to my Shining point. I think if I would have read The Shining, I would have not liked it. I would have thought it was mid, and then I think The Shining movie is like my perfect like I'm using this as an illustrative for my whole fantasy thing of like I think Kubrick felt the same way I do, that a bunch of that is just horse shit and like just pulls people out of it or whatever, and the more woo woo you get it and the less psychological you make it, the less interesting it is to a lot of people. And so yeah, I just think I think Stephen King is way better at coming up with ideas than he is a writer, if that makes sense. And I think I could say that about a lot of painters, or you know what I'm saying? It's like they're good at like coming up with like ideas for paintings, but like their actual painting skill is not that good. And I feel like he's like that, where it's like he's prolific, and you can tell it's like it makes him happy to write, but like I think is like how good of a writer he is. how good that translation comes into my enjoyment is like there's not really a correlation. Like I don't. The stuff he enjoyed writing, I'm sure I don't enjoy reading.
Well, he has diarrhea of the mouth, diarrhea.
Yeah.
And so everything that could be done in a paragraph takes a page for him.
Yeah.
Like, to begin with.
And I like Hemingway. Like I like the short or Flannery O'Connor. You know what I'm saying? I like stuff that's like short to the point. Like.
Well, Hemingway was he was very concise with his words, I believe, right? Like he was very particular.
But even Flannery O'Connor, there's not like a lot of like there's just not a lot of fluff. It's more just like this happens and then this happens. And yes, there's descriptions, but it's like things are happening and that we're saying things instead of like describing things, or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
It's moving forward and not just holding you in place to make you understand something better.
Yeah. And we can wrap this up. We've already potted long enough, but we'll speed run through some of these. Ben mentioned rewatching some movies. I've rewatched Sinners since our end of the year podcast. I've watched it probably 3 or 4 more times, and I have to say, I was a little too harsh on it. I know I've had it in my top 5, but even now, it's so good. Like, is Marty Supreme technically come out last year? I know it was at Christmas, so is it like for Oscars and everything? I don't remember.
Not sure.
It came out in October of 25, so it would be in this year's, right?
Yeah,
I don't know when the cutoffs is.
I know it came out in theaters.
This says NYFF, sorry. New York Film Festival is in October.
It came out Christmas Day because that's what all the marketing said. Marty Supreme Christmas Day. Marty Supreme Christmas Day.
It's still eligible then, right, for these?
I think so. Yes. 2026 Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Best Picture. Okay, so let's just say that I have a hard time choosing between Marty Supreme and Sinners, but like, okay, I'll be whatever.
They're both in the Oscar nomination.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, and okay. Sinners. That's what made me say this topic. Sinners set the record for the most Oscar nominations of all time, and after watching it multiple times, I think it 100% deserves it. I think I was a little too harsh on the parts that I didn't like. I think it's a masterpiece. I think it's great. I think basically nothing could be done better, is basically my opinion. It's a 5 out of 5. But if we're just to say which one did I relate to more, I relate to Marty Supreme more. And so it's like, which one did I enjoy more? Marty Supreme. Like, Sinners to me is literally a perfect movie. Like, I think if you were to cut anything out or do anything different, it would take away, even if it may enjoy it'd be like Cake, where I think the beginning meanders a little bit too long, but they set up the characters so well that, like, when the stakes actually happen, it makes it meaningful. And I think that's a lot of things I was experiencing before. And I kind of shit on Michael B. Jordan for being, like, too different for the twins, but I think it's one of those things where if you don't do that, then he was just going to get the...
It bleeds together.
Yeah, so... I think my only complaint that I still stand on is I wish they wouldn't have did that, like, corny thing of dressing one of them in red and one of them in blue. I think it just feels a little too trite. Why not give them just different clothes? You know what I'm saying? But I get the metaphor that they're supposed to wear basically the exact same thing and everything, but I don't know. That for some reason bugged me too much, and I think I let it cloud my judgment. But I hope Sinners wins a lot of things. Hope Marty Supreme wins a lot of things. But
they're in a lot of the same categories. Yeah. Cinematography, Best Picture.
Sinners should win Best Cinematography, not even close. Marty Supreme is shot fine.
I think it's about to fuck up because I have to switch my mics. My pods are dead. Yeah, a new recording track. I don't know how bad that fucks stuff up for you.
I don't think it does. But yeah, I don't. Oh no, we're getting echo though.
Oh shit.
It's all good. I mean, we're pretty much.
Yeah, we're in 1:31, so we're good.
Yeah.
Basically wrap whenever. I just had I wanted to finish off on the Oscar and then one more last thing on all the Netflix stuff, but I'll keep that some short. Wait till we get Blake back. Do you have any opinion on Oscars, Ben?
No, not really. I haven't seen most of I haven't seen Sinners or Marty Supreme.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna watch Marty Supreme. Sinners, I'll watch eventually.
Sinners, this is the only thing I have to say, is that it's technically a horror movie, but it's not scary. So
Yeah. Well, I like horror movies now. Like, I don't see very many good ones. But like, I love a really good scary movie, like one that's actually like now like I still have in the same old bin, like Hereditary. I
yeah.
won't even fucking watch it. Don't ask me. Like it's probably amazing. Like probably really speaks to the soul. I'll never fucking see that shit.
I think if I had to choose between, because I think I was super hot on Begonia when we gave it the end of the year. I think I would give Best Picture. Best Picture is gonna go to Sinners, but I think if I were to choose, I would choose Marty Supreme and then Begonia and then Sinners.
Yeah.
But I think cinematography, I would just go with Sinners because I think it's by far the best looking one, and then music should be Sinners. Not even close there. But yeah, I don't have big opinions. Minus, like I said, I want. It's kind of not corny. It's kind of like I think. Can you hear us, Blake?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. Sweet. The only reason I want Marty Supreme and Sinners to do well at the Oscars is because you get a lot more money. Like you know what I'm saying, like the directors will be able to get more money going forward, and so I just want those films to do well so that they're able to fund their next projects and everything more easily. I want Ryan Coogler to get like, that's an original story, you know what I'm saying, written. He even produced it and all that stuff. It's just stuff that I really want to be rewarded. So that's the only reason I really care. I don't care who gets a trophy, you know. Yeah, I guess we can go ahead, Blake, if you got anything.
I was just gonna. I don't know if it's fucked up because it shows I'm talking on. I'm not. I'm excited to see Ryan Coogler's next thing. I think is the X-Files reboot, and so I'm very excited for that. We actually finished that last month, all of them, and so it'll be nice to see something fresh.
Yeah. We just get feedback in your mic. Like it's not terrible, but I think that's
is
just
it
like
room noise? Because
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
lame.
noise.
I'll just mute when I'm not talking. I don't know why it's doing.
And like I said, I just want to run through one more quick thing, but I agree. I'm excited to see the X-Files reboot that he's working on. My only opinion, and I didn't have an opinion now, but as strong of an opinion until now, or after thinking about it a while, but it's like with all the Netflix and Warner Brothers or whatever, I'll just say that it's like I'll go on the record and saying that I really, really, really want Netflix to buy it.
Yeah.
And if Paramount buys it, I'll probably never watch another Warner Brothers thing again. I'll actually boycott it. And I'm not like being dramatic or whatever, but let's put it this way. I haven't been on TikTok since it was bought. I deleted the app. I deleted my account. I'm done. Like, I'm not.
Hell no, dude. Did you see the terms of service fucking your voting registration and shit? What is that? Like, it's pure propaganda. The first time I opened the app after it was bought, it was a pop-up, thank you to our Lord and Savior fucking Trump. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't even go down that, dude. The amount of propaganda it's insane.
I know. And Trump just tweeted that he's like basically threatening Netflix, saying they need to fire someone on their board of directors. That's an
yeah, exactly. I saw that. So I'm exactly the same boat as you. If we see any type of caving or whatever, the whole thing is fucked.
That's what I'm saying. Like anything Paramount, anything Larry Ellison owns, I am actively not taking part in. And I think. It's one of those things. I didn't have a great opinion on Netflix, but when I look back, I just go, well, they funded a lot of feature films. They funded a lot of independent films. Granted, they're like kind of getting rid of like theatrical releases for certain stuff, but guess what? I don't really give a shit when we're talking about pure propaganda versus like a little bit less theater stuff. And plus, Netflix has already came out and said that they're committed to doing like expanding their business into theatrical releases when they buy Warner Brothers. So it's just say, I don't know. I'm 10 toes down on like fuck Paramount. Fuck anything they want to do. And I also, just to speed run this, they're also, Paramount Plus is starting to do like user generated content where you can upload your own shit and stuff like that. And I think that's literally the devil too, because it's like, okay, now we're just getting TikTok on Paramount. Like they just want to be YouTube so bad.
That's all it is. They're just trying to further segment and build an echo chamber of Paramount users on this short form content. That's just another echo chamber to draw people into, to continue to promote and perpetuate whatever agenda. Whoever it is, like that's the only reason to do this is to perpetuate some agenda.
So I'm like 10 toes down on YouTube and Netflix at this point. Like they can take all my money they want. So
I saw, I bailed on Spotify. I didn't like some of the stuff they were doing. I did see AMC recently. Did you see that about the AI trailer thing? And AMC's like, we're not showing that.
no.
Basically, it was a marketing company that works with movie theaters across the U.S. and AMC's one of them. And they created like an AI generated like 20-minute short that plays before the opening credits, the opening trailers, all that. Like when you're just in there talking or whatever, it's like in the background playing.
Yeah.
And AMC said, we're not going to air that in our theaters. We're not going to like... however they worded it was a lot better, but like we're not just going to let like AI slop be introduced into our theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually, I'm going to make a note. I want that to actually be a topic for next time because it's going to be AI slop.
That's like a whole podcast.
That's
That's a whole day's conversation.
That's what I'm saying. We can't start it now, but it's just say I'll just held up on my thoughts, but like I'm just one of those people that it's like let's put it this way. Just not to get too off topic and to wrap up, but it's like I figured out recently that Gibson was bought by BlackRock, and I'll put it this way: I was really looking at buying a new Gibson, and I will never, ever, 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 ever buy a Gibson. And I also just figured out that Fender is owned by one of those top 3 private equity firms as well, and I'll never buy another Fender. Or let me rephrase: I bought my Fender from a guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I buy a Gibson, it'll be privately, it'll be something that's like 20 years old, not produced by these fucking BlackRock. And just to go on the record, if I ever did buy another guitar new from a company, it would either be Schecter, which I don't even know why. I just dig the Koreans, and Martin, because Martin is 3 generations of the same people. They've been in the same place. They employ like blue collar people. I just really dig what Martin's doing. So I really want a new Schecter though.
Yes.
But yeah, we can wrap up there. Unless y'all have anything else to say on the Paramount and all that.
Nope. Fuck them.
They can go burn with the all the fucking video game companies that have been sold Activision.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like they can go over there with that company.
Bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Blizzard, RIP.
It used to be
Yeah, Blizzard.
I used to think Tencent was like the big mega bad guy, and then now Paramount came in here, and I'm like, nope, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is such like a user thing, and I get it. China owning League of Legends, not ideal.
It's
not
like
optimal.
LeBron having to apologize or whatever for the
But
Chinese
let me
stuff.
say this, like, Activision has negatively impacted my life way more than Tencent ever has. So like, I know it's like probably the morally wrong thing to do, but I hate Activision way more.
That's basically where I'm at with it. But also, like I said, not to get overly political, but it's just one of those things that it's just like I actively disagree with everything Paramount's doing, and furthermore, they're making it part of their platform. And like, you know what I'm saying? The Tencent feels very much just like they just like to make money. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
like,
that's what it feels like.
They feel like an actual holding company that just holds these various entities and lets them operate independently, whereas Paramount feels like it's one arm that's working in conjunction to perpetuate something. Like, it just has a different feel. Like Tencent doesn't feel nearly as and I could be this may be stuff that comes out later. I was thinking about this like not to derail it, but like for the longest time I thought Spotify was good, and then you find out that dudes invested like hundreds of millions into weapons and AI military stuff, and it's like, oh, I was funding a fucking crazy dude. And so I'm just waiting, like, maybe is Tencent going to come out with their scandal in a few years? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for YouTube, like the Google, for the alphabet to be like blown up. You know, like it's just maybe not. I don't know. I'm just waiting for all these tech companies to have that piece of information come out. Where okay, I see now.
It's kind of like PayPal, where it's like, I think originally when I didn't know much about PayPal, I was like, they're fine. And then you learn about the PayPal Mafia and to Peter Thiel and all the things he funds, and just like Reid Hoffman, I think was one of the
Not to mention all the PayPal back, they were the $600 IRS thing back when Trump was first president. PayPal is like big into like, we're going to report all of your stuff to the IRS, all transactions. Like they kind of backed off on that from the backlash, but they were very much like, oh yeah, we're ready. So yeah, I mean that goes back to Peter Thiel, right? Like his attachment to begin with. So like I'm not surprised now in hindsight, knowing what I know, looking back, the smoke was there, and I'm just waiting. Like, is there smoke around YouTube that I'm not smelling yet? And I think probably yeah, but I mean I think all these tech companies are probably problematic in their own way. So I'm just
for sure. And it's like voting where you just have to choose the worst of the two or whatever, or the better of the.
Yeah, I'm just very jaded, I think.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say about user-generated content, like I've been pretty upset with YouTube, just like some of the things they're changing and stuff, and so like and I'm not saying Paramount getting into it would be any better, but like I wish YouTube just had any fucking competition, like
That
just
I'll agree with. Yeah.
any small amount of competition from somewhere, because like they have a monopoly on like videos, like pretty much like.
Yeah. Here's my like general YouTube thing without, like I said, rambling too much on the like to close this out, but it's like there's a transformation happening of the way we consume content. It's just like Paramount putting the short form on Paramount Plus or whatever, where there's a consolidation, there's like a restructuring of all these things, and it's like we said, we have to choose. You just have to choose the like voting or whatever, the one that you think is the least bad. And so it's just like I understand all the caveats that may need to be made with YouTube, and I know I've had big complaints with YouTube. Like just as an example, I think like COVID and all like anything political, I think they were like deeply part of the problem or whatever. But at the same time, I just have to stand 10 toes down on one of them. So it's like I just think YouTube is the future. If I'm going to upload my content, it's going to be YouTube. Like I trust YouTube more than any other company, and it's not because I think they're good people, but I just think that they're the most like
competent.
You kind of egalitarian. Like they're just trying to make money and not get in trouble, and that feels like good to me. And it's like you're saying, when there's like these huge agendas of other platforms, I just start to feel like, okay, well, I definitely don't want that. I would rather take banal evil than fucking like funding bombing kids in Gaza.
Maybe that's the thing. I guess my mic's dead. Oh,
I'm here. We're hearing you. We're hearing you.
Oh, I'm not turning purple. I was gonna say, is that the thing where it's like we just don't know yet? YouTube isn't outwardly as vocal. It's not as well known. I mean, like they don't have a Larry Ellison like figurehead that we kind of can surmise the position of, right?
Yeah, but that's even what I'm saying. It's like if you made me choose right now between 10.
Well, no. I agree because you're saying like banal evil. Like they're just trying to make money. Like I've never sensed. Other than just maybe being a little overly sensitive about censoring some things, I've never really got an agenda from like the Alphabet company, Google, YouTube. Alphabet's the holding company. So
for sure.
I never really got an outwardly sense of that, but I do agree. Like their COVID censorship was a little much.
Anything to do with politics, they're gonna put their thumb
It's just Yeah, I don't know if there's a perfect answer because you can't just have like an unmoderated Wild West platform, especially if you're a publicly traded trying to make money with kids and shit on your platform. Like, there's a degree of censorship that has to be there. I don't know if there's a perfect balance. So I just I don't really know other than
mine is more along the line of what y'all are both saying. My big gripe, like they like squeeze every fucking dime out of you.
Yeah.
Like, and they like I don't know if this is true. But I read online that they might be changing it to where you have to be tabbed in, which would be such an insane thing. But literally, like that day, I was noticing that every time I tried to play a not tabbed in video, it said content like not available or something like that.
You have YouTube Premium?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
And so
I don't have that problem.
Anyway, all I was going to say is I remember I didn't have YouTube Premium until they made it to where you couldn't listen to music unless your phone was
unlocked. I finally gave into Premium whenever the like 2 5-second commercials turned into like 3 30-second commercials, and it was also in conjunction with us canceling Spotify. It's like, well, I'm paying $20 a month for Spotify. I'll just throw it at YouTube Premium. Now my videos are all ad free, and I get all the music that I used to have. So like, it feels YouTube Premium feels like a 1-to-1, just way better upgrade than Spotify was. So
no,
I'm pretty happy.
I completely agree, but it's also went up double in price like since I started paying for it.
Same.
But I started paying for it in college.
Same.
Like, So anyway, the point is like it just feels like they're always squeezing more money in. Like I hate that, and that's why I'm saying I just wish they had some competition. Like
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't disagree with
just
that. And I
sucks.
think Blake may have even touched on this a little, or like been about to touch on this a little bit earlier. But it's like, I think in my perfect world, Lena Khan would have got to do whatever the fuck she wanted, and then she would have broke up businesses like Amazon. They would have broke up the web services from Amazon, and they would have broke up Google from YouTube and stuff like that. She was the FTC chairman under Biden. And so my point is, in my perfect world, I think I would have YouTube be forced separated from Google, from Alphabet or
Yeah,
whatever,
for
and
sure.
then just have. I think that would solve some of the problems with YouTube and make it more just focused on like producing like you know what I'm saying, like housing content and producing original content and all that stuff that YouTube does, instead of like having to worry about being a cog in the bigger like Google machine and like funneling
Yeah.
ads from Google AdWords. Like you know what I'm saying, I think that would be my perfect world, but I'm not necessarily gonna like holding my breath if that happens. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you made me like just start ordering shit, I'm gonna put like, to be honest, I'm gonna put BlackRock over a lot of shit because at least they're like kind of just like neutrally banal evil. Granted, they're not, but like in compared to like Paramount and certain stuff, I just go like, well, I would choose them over them, and that's what I'm saying. Of like YouTube to me is like the top, where I'm just like, they're not good. They're squeezing money out. They like do shady business practices, like all kinds of stuff. They censor shit that I don't think should be censored. Like you have to say unalived at the first 5 seconds of every video
Yeah.
because you can't say kid. Like it's all that stuff where you're just like, okay, fucking annoying. But at the same time, at least they're not actively, like I said, bombing kids in Gaza or like funding AI drones to go kill people, like stuff like that, or just like censoring normal debate. You can make an anti-Trump, an anti-Israel, an anti-whatever, an anti-Chinese video on YouTube, and it's not going to get demonetized from that. But like TikTok, if you make anything that just crosses certain lines, it's like, whoop, you're just fucking donezo, boy. And you can't even search for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my big thing. Is like I said, not to get too political, but it's just one of those things where it's like, politics is real life, and so it's like I'm actively voting with my money. I'll give YouTube $20 a month for the rest of my life as long as Paramount's the other option or whatever. Yeah. I think it's a pretty good pod, even though we didn't really have a good topic or whatever, but we improvised well.
Yeah.
Alright.
It was fun. Thanks for doing this. Sorry for being so late.
It was good catching back up with the boys.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all got to see the Christmas episode. Probably not, because I wouldn't want to go back and watch it either. It didn't look as good as I wanted it to. A lot of the cameras are fucked, but at the same time, it turned out, like, the audio and everything turned out a lot better than I thought it would for being outside and us having to whatever. But, yeah, I just, tell Candace thank you again for all that. I think that all, like I said, that turned out really good. I think that was probably our best episode, just as far as, like, you know. Yeah. So, which this is a close second, I'll say. This actually was a banger episode. So, peace, boys.
Peace out. Good talking to you.